Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 658. End a series or write a spin-off. There's Stanley, right in front of the chair clothes pile. Alright, this thing's falling out. Alright. When you're looking at ending a series or writing a spin-off, you want to take a closer look. Is the series profitable? That's your biggest measure, a profitable series. If it is, do you think you can make more with a spin-off or writing something else? And that is a business decision. Now, the artist's decision is, I like writing it. The business decision, it's still profitable, so I would suggest keep writing it. But it has a hard end here. Does it have to? You're an artist, you're an author, you use your imagination, you can be creative and come up with something to keep it rolling. I wrote a 3-book series that was hard stop at the 3-book. But it wasn't, because it was doing so well. Let's write 4, 5, and 6, and they did really well too. So, but 6, I made a really, really hard stop. So I'm thinking that one's not ever going to continue. And I don't want to write it anymore because I think it was a nice contained package. So the combination of, yes, it's profitable. So now how do we write something similar, but different? So what about a spin-off? Well, spin-off is a subset of a subset. So in that 6-book series, how many people read book 6? And it'll be less than 100% of those people who will pick up book 1 in a spin-off series. So this is the subset of a subset. If you have a 50% read-through from book 1 to book 2 and you sell 10,000 copies of book 1, that means you're only selling 5,000 of book 2. Those are big numbers, but what if it's 1,000? It's like, oh boy, if I could get to 2,000, I can make a good living. But 1,000, that means only 500 are picking up book 2 if you have a 50% read-through rate, which is pretty good. Then you go to book 3, and now you're looking at a subset of book 2. Even if you have 90% read-through, that's one person out of every 10 who's not picking up the next book. So you got to understand how do you calculate your read-through and push through, and I did a 5-minute focus on those exact things using Excel, calculating your read-through, calculating your buy-through. So you got to look at subset of a subset when writing a spin-off. Now, your spin-off could be more successful than the original series. However, if the original series is not successful, think about that last book, and now the spin-off will be a subset of that, unless you make it a complete standalone, and then you point people back to the original series as if it's the spin-off. A marketing challenge, however, think about what you learned writing that first series. This all comes into play when you dive over and write a spin-off. You created the world, you liked the characters, but you didn't get traction with that first series. However, if you tweak something and did it a little differently, the spin-off that now becomes the main, and oh, by the way, I've got 3 other books. And now you use that and leverage that and work it back and forth, and you can get great sales that way. However, that first book, it takes you a while to get traction. Second book, third book, and now you've got those 3 books. You release book 3, you promo the heck out of book 1. All of a sudden, hey, that spin-off series now becomes a primary. Huge win, huge win. Another question you have to ask yourself, where are the entry points into your series? If you have a series like mine, I've got one that's 18 books, the 19th is on pre-order, and they kind of have to be read in order. Well, that makes it really hard for people to pick up book 19. So I'm not getting new sales on 19. 19 is a subset of 18. However, we always put book 1 on sale, maybe book 1 through 6 on sale, maybe book 1 through 18 on sale. So we try to sell that whole series. And you don't have to sell a whole lot of the whole series to make then book 19 worth it. But no entry points. I suggest you have new entry points into your series as you go along, like every 3, every 6, someplace where readers can jump in without having to read 18 books in order to understand what's going on in book 19. That's a little bit problematic. However, that long series, they're only 60,000 words, and it does sell very well. The readership now is about 100% read-through from one book to the next, so I know pretty much exactly what I'm going to make that first week with that book, and it's acceptable. It's a good number. And then we run promos and increase the sales all over, and it's a good thing. So still making money, characters that I like to write, so of course I'm going to keep writing it and enjoy it and enjoy the profitability of it. So end a series, write a spin-off. I don't see a spin-off of that series. I just see more books and just keep it rolling. And that series in and of itself is a spin-off because I got tired of other characters. That was a 19-book series. that then it's like, okay, let's write this space lawyer series, which is kind of crazy, but it does very well. Anyway, and the series, write a spinoff, and that spinoff now, 18, 19 books, has become a primary series with a couple entry points. Book 1 and Book 6 is a standalone, which I actually had to go back and rewrite it as a standalone because it was up for an award, and I wanted people to be able to just pick up that book and read it before voting. So there we are, spinoffs, series. The most important things are you making money at it, and are you enjoying the characters? If you can answer those two questions, yes, then of course you want to keep doing it. A spinoff, now you're taking a business risk. It may not be a great one, but there's still a business risk attached with a spinoff as opposed to continuing a primary series. Hopefully that helps. Peace, fellow humans.